So our passing pattern today, we've got a big square and a smaller square inside it. All 9 players are going to be working with the one football. Again, depending on your numbers, you could add in an extra player on the outside here and bring in 2 footballs, which would look similar to this. And then you might start your second football over here. So today we're just going to, just for the demonstration, we're just going to work with 1 football. And with 1 football then, we can just have 1 player on the outside cones. So it's going to be a simple pass and follow your pass to the next cone here for this one. So it's just a pass in, a little bounce pass. Switch to the next player, little bounce pass, switch to the next player. So we're going to go in, follow our pass, little bounce back, pass it on to the next player, who's going to bounce it back. This player ends up in this cone. As this player's bounced it back, he or she can start making a run. We're going to get a player out here. This player here moves on to the next cone. Little 1-2 here again. Little setback. So this ball is bounced in. Player continues his or her run. Bounce back. Player in this cone moves to the next cone. And then it's going to be a little dribble on the long pass here. So player again. We're going to dribble that ball forward onto the next player. And you're going to repeat this same sequence or pattern on this side. Same again, once the ball ends up with the other side here, it's just going to be that dribble back to the start again. Okay, so just to go through it quickly, bounce, back, bounce across, back, out wide, little 1-2 on the far side here, and then the ball ends up back at the back here again, and we've all moved on to the next cone. Okay, and we're back to the start again. So, just for this next one, so variation 2. Again, this time now, we're going to bring in some 1-2s or little bounce passes, whatever football language you like to call it. But for this one, you're going to simply now follow your ball to the cone that you've passed to. So where the last one we would have done, you've just moved on to the next cone in the sequence. This time now you go exactly where you've passed the ball. So player to start here now is going to skip the first player and do a diag pass. Simple. Pass here, just a little set, and then it's out wide again. This player here then is going to dribble the whole length of the pitch here. Okay. And then we're going to repeat our passing here. So switch or skip if you want to say. Bring in your third player. And then we're back out wide again. And you've got your dribble here again. Now, it's up to you. Again, you can bring in a dribble out here. Or if you like, you can do a pass out here as well. So totally up to you. You decide your variation. You might end up doing a dribble first. And you might end up doing a pass as well, maybe, as your next variation. Okay. Again, with this one, as I said, this player is going to end up at this cone. He or she moves here. He or she moves on here. And he or she is going to dribble the whole way across with that ball over to here. Okay. So, just going to reset now for variation number 3. As I said, it could be variation number 4 for you. If you want to do the second variation, if you want to do 2.1, it can be a dribble at the long one. And 2.2, it could be a pass on the long one. You decide that again, depending on what you want your team or your topic of your session to be. So, the 4th or the 3rd variation then, depending what way you want to look at it. Now we're going to do our bounce pass or a combination at all 4 sides of this square. So this is where it gets hard in terms of the communication. It has to be right now and all players have to be working together and helping each other through this. So, you've got your pass in. Okay, your little bounces as we just did in variation 2. Instead of now this player, so we're in, follow our pass, pass, follow your pass, pass, follow your pass. Now instead of this player, in our last variation would have gone here straight away. Now we're going here. This player here then is going to bounce the ball back to here. So the player that started the ball, originally all the way over here, is going to bounce to here. And he or she now has to be ready by the time this ball comes back into the middle here and is going to be set back here. Okay, now he or she then is going to go all the way to here. In the meantime, this movement is starting to happen, and now we've got rotation here and a rotation out wide here. The ball ends up here. Again, now this player has to be ready here because there's going to be a set back here, and he or she is going to go out wide here. So again, in, back, out wide. And again, you've got your movement of players. Okay, so the player here originally started over here, has moved in here, done your bounce passes, and we're ending up moving over. Okay, then we go here, we skip a player again, little set back, and then we're back out to where we originally started. Again, bounce in, little set back, out wide home. So player comes in, player's a little rotation here, player goes all the way back, and it's back to the same setup. So again, coaching points that we need to be aware of. Again, communication is a big one, as it is with all passing and movement drills. Can we do this one first time for a lot of it? Okay. Yes, if we need to take our touch, and based on the level of players, you might get them to take that touch as well. But can we do a lot of this first touch? Especially these passes in here. This player here might need to get a touch if they need to, but all these little bounces here, first time. Challenge your players. Okay, communication. Your weight of pass. So the weight of pass, whether it's a little set here, so this player here can move on to it. If this player pass here is over hit, well then this player's already started his or her movement. It means the pass isn't going to be of a good quality. Okay, so rotation is a big one now again here. So it's that game understanding is going to be a big one. Okay, so it's just that game understanding of different players, knowing different roles, and the rotation of where they're going to end up. Okay, but very simply, pass and follow your pass. Okay, as easy as that may sound.